Okay, let's start. Last week, I need to mute you. Okay. Last week we started talking about forces. We talked that forces exist in pairs. They can be balanced or unbalanced. We find the force using a force meter, and we saw it on the lab. We can find the forces by having the direction, which is an arrow, and the magnitude using a force meter. Today we are going to talk about balanced and unbalanced forces. Let's start. Balanced or unbalanced forces. What is the meaning of balanced forces? Yalla, show me hands. Balanced forces. Balanced forces. Yalla, I'm gonna open the chat. Show me the answers on the chat. What is the meaning of balanced forces? Yalla. Balanced forces on the chat. I'm not gonna unmute and waste that time. Yalla. What's the meaning of balanced forces? We said 2 key words. No, I don't want you to write me or good morning. Write me the answer in the chat. What is the meaning of balanced forces? We said there are 2 things, 2 key words for balanced forces. Amount and direction. Amount and direction. What are the key words? Yeah. Push or pull? No, balanced forces are not push and pull. What is the meaning of balanced forces? A balanced force is, there are 2 things in balanced forces. If they are equal, okay, if they are equal, but there are 2 things. Yes, equal and, we said equal and equal forces, move in the same direction. Excellent. Now we have the first correct answer by Sama. It is the same amount but opposite direction. So if the purple girl is pulling with the same force as the yellow shirt boy, that means they are applying balanced forces. Balanced forces, opposite and equal. Opposite and equal forces. Okay, so always forces exist in pairs. Either they are balanced or unbalanced. Always there are forces in pairs. So if I'm moving forward, there is friction backward. If I'm jumping up, there's gravity down. If I'm moving down, there is a force forward. If I'm flying with an airplane up, there's gravity down. I'm moving forward, there is air resistance back. So always, always, always forces exist in pairs. If those pairs are opposite and equal, that means they are balanced. If they are not equal, they are unbalanced. So if they are equal and opposite, that means they are balanced. If they are not equal and they are not opposite, that means they are unbalanced. Now, we are going to see, why do objects float or sink? Object that floats on water, that means there are forces applied to it. What are the forces applied to this wooden log on the water, floating on water? Now, number 1, we know that the log, which is the wood, it is going to float due to different reasons. Now, we are going to explain this based on forces. Yeah, who can tell me? Why do you think this wooden log is floating? It did not sink. Okay, let's go back to the chat and let's see the answers. Yalla. Why this wooden log is floating? Now, till now you are answering the questions below. Because upthrust and the weight are equal. Okay. Ban. Yalla. Other answers. Upthrust are equal. Yusuf, upthrust is equal with what? The upthrust up and down is the gravity or the weight. So for an object to float, yalla, show me more answers. Only Ban and Yusuf know the answer? Yeah, I'm gonna give you time to write me the answers because the weight and the upthrust are equal. Bravo, Liam, bravo. So all of you got it. So whenever an object floats, that means, sorry, That means the upthrust is up. Upthrust is up. It is equal to the weight down. So if the upthrust and the weight are equal, but they are opposite in the direction, what do we call these forces? Upthrust equal the weight. Upthrust equal the weight. What do I call these forces applied to the wooden log? One word. When I have two forces equal but opposite, what do I call them? Okay, W equals U, and they have opposite direction. What do I call them? What do I call them? Balanced forces. Excellent, Bana. They are balanced forces. Bravo, bravo. They are balanced forces. Excellent. Okay. So whenever I have, this happens on ships usually, we have to explain it. Whenever I have the weight of the boat or the ship down and the upthrust is up, that means they are balanced. Let's go back to balanced forces. We said balanced forces, if the object is already in motion, it is already moving, what will happen to it? Now I would like to hear the answer, not on the chat. Yeah. Who can tell me? If the forces are balanced on an object and the object is already on motion, it is already moving. Umar Ittal.
Teacher, the upthrust will be more.
Here, can you please listen to the question again? If the forces applied to a moving car are balanced, moving ship, they are balanced. So the force, ya Umar, forward is equal to the backward. Forces are balanced and the object is moving, it's in motion. What will happen to it? It's either
the force to the right will be more.
Sorry?
The force will be more to the right.
Again, they are balanced, ya Umar. طب who can help Umar? يلا. Who can help Umar? Rashid. Rashid. Thank you, Umar. Now let's listen to other answers to help you understand it more, Umar. Rashid. 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 I can't hear you, Rashid. Let me ask Hamza. Hamza.
Teacher, it will still moving.
It will keep moving. Okay. But with what speed? Is it going to move faster, slower, or same speed?
In the same speed.
Excellent. Mu'in, can you tell me whenever I have an object moving with the same speed, what do I call the speed? Come on. Fun. Mu'in. Okay. Let me ask somebody else. Aya. Aya al-Asir. Aya. It's Aya, right? Aya al-Asir. Aya, I cannot hear you. I'm trying to unmute you, but I cannot. Let me ask somebody else. Sarah. Sarah Sahib.
Yes, teacher.
Sweetheart, if I have forces applied to this ship, they are balanced, and the ship is already moving. What will happen to the speed of this ship?
It will be the same speed.
Same speed. What do I call it whenever I have the same speed and same direction? We call it constant speed. Very good. So if the forces are balanced and the object is already on motion, it is going to move with a constant speed. If the object is at rest, it's going to stay at rest. But whenever the object is floating on water, or let's say it is on air, what will happen? Let's see another example. If the upthrust is equal to the object weight, that means the object is going to float. Same thing, object on air. If the upthrust equal to the gravity, the airplane is going to stay at the same height. So if the object is floating, that means both of the forces applied to it are balanced. Okay, let me see if there are questions or participation. Naya, do you have a question, dear? Naya, sweetheart,
No,
do you have a question or do you want to answer?
teacher.
I can't hear you, dear Naya.
No, I want to.
I'm so sorry.
Your voice is not clear.
Your voice is not clear, unfortunately. If you have a question, kindly write it on the chat. Thank you, Naya, and I'm sorry I can't hear you. Lean. Lean, do you have a question, dear? Lean Abu Sabbah. No, perfect. Okay, so if the forces applied to object equal and it's on water or in air, that means it's gonna float. So in here, this baby is floating, also because he's wearing a floater, but all the forces applied on the floater and the baby are equal to the weight and gravity. That means the forces applied down are gravity or the weight, up is the up thrust. And whenever he is wearing this floater, that means the up thrust is going to balance the force with the gravity and the baby is going to float. Till now, everything is clear? Perfect. Why do objects sink? Objects sink if the up thrust up is less than the gravity. So if the pull of gravity is more, that means that the gravity is gonna pull the ship down. So what will happen to the ship or the wood, or to the iron or other object for us? If I have the gravity is more than the up thrust, what will happen? The object will sink. Okay? Okay, chat. It will sink, excellent. Okay, now I'm going to go through some questions in the booklet. I was hoping that you would answer the booklet, but only a couple of you did. So now I'm gonna show you numbers so we can understand why do objects sink or float. Now look at the green ball. Weight, which is the gravity, 100 Newton. Up thrust is 100 Newton. So what will happen to the ball in this case? It's going to float. The yellow one, the weight is more. So this ball is going to sink. Bravo. What if I changed the shape of the object? Remember when we said there are some factors that increase the air resistance and increase the water resistance and increase the forces? What will happen if I changed this ball into another shape? Now I want you to think. Tell me, what can I do for this yellow ball to make it float? How can I increase the upthrust? Yeah. Now I would like to hear the answers because we're going to negotiate together. One more time. The question is, how can I make this yellow ball float? There are some factors that I can change on this yellow ball so I can make it float. I cannot change definitely the weight because the weight is related to the mass. So the weight is the mass of the object multiplied by 10. So I cannot change its weight because it's the same. Because same place, same surface, same everything. But I can change the upthrust. How can I do that? Let's start with Sultan. Yalla ya Sultan. Sultan, he changed his mind, seems like. Let me ask somebody else. Yusuf. Yusuf Abu Hamid. Ahmed. Yes, Yusuf. How can I make the yellow ball float?
You make the upthrust 100.
How? My question is, how can I make the upthrust 100? I have this object, okay? It weighs 100. I am capable of changing the shape How can I change the shape of the ball to make the upthrust more?
By
And I would like to ask some people who are not raising hands. So if you hear your name, that means you are going to answer. I want Zaid. Why do I have two names on you? Zaid Al-Khalili. Khalili. Yes, correct. Zaid Al-Khalili. I'm gonna ask Misk. Misk, yeah, Misk.
Yes, teacher.
Good morning, Misk.
Good morning. Yes.
Can you tell me how can I change the shape of the ball to make the upthrust more? Yeah, I think we said there are some factors that I can make the air resistance more, or I can make the friction more, or I can make the water resistance, which is the upthrust, more. How can I change the shape of the ball to make it float on water? Do you know the answer, Miss?
I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this question again. You want to swim.
Yes.
And you feel that you are sinking. What can you do to make yourself go up?
I flip myself.
Excellent. So what did you do? Excellent, excellent. Bravo, Miss. So what did you do whenever you flipped yourself? You lay on your back, right? Usually whenever you want to float.
Yes.
What did we do? Bravo, Miss. Excellent. What did we do?
I float.
Whenever you float, you flip. طب يلا. This is a good start, Miss. Let me ask somebody else. Let me ask Aya. Aya Asir. Aya Al-Asir. يلا. Give it a try, Aya. Miss said that whenever she wants to float, she flips on her back. So Aya, can you tell me how can she float whenever she flips on her back? Okay, Aya, I can't hear you if you're talking. Dana Al-Akhras. Dana Al-Akhras, يلا, tell me, what can you do? She flipped on her back, so what did she increase? Come on, one word. Okay, Muhammad, sorry, I can't read your last second name. Muhammad, you raised your hand.
Yes, teacher. When she flipped, she increased the upthrust and lowered the weight.
How did she increase the upthrust whenever she flipped on her back? What did she increase?
Upthrust.
How? She increased the upthrust by, come on, Amira.
Teacher, by like change the movement or the direction.
Okay, now, Misk said she was swimming, she was sinking. She flipped on her back. What did she increase? Whenever I want to increase the air resistance or I want to increase the upthrust, whenever the airplane wants to fly up, what does the airplane do? Usually they are down, then it opens more what?
Wings.
Whenever the bird wants to fly up, what does the bird do? Spread their wings. Whenever we want to float on water, what do? We flip on our back. So what did we increase? Come on, Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf. I increased. Come on, one word, yalla. Let's end the session with me happy that you understood.
yeah, we should flip it.
Increase what? What did we increase? Whenever I want to, when the birds want to fly, they spread their wings.
We should increase weight.
Increase what?
No, upthrust.
Habibi, I am trying to tell you that I want to increase the upthrust. Whenever I lay on my back, what did I do? I increase. Let me check the chat, hoping that someone
Wait.
wrote the answers.
Teacher, wait.
Teacher, we should flip. Okay, we should flip. Flat surface. Bravo. Wait. Let me answer. Who's let me answer? Selma. Selma, bravo. She answered. Increase her surface area. Bravo. Increase the surface area. Whenever I want to increase the surface area, that means I am increasing the upthrust up. Bravo. Whenever I want to float, what am I going to do? I'm going to flip on my back. Whenever the bird wants to fly, they open their wings. Whenever I want the parachute to fall slower, I increase the surface area. So increasing the surface area is going to change the upthrust. So instead of having it a ball, I can make it flat and it can float on water. This is the end of our session today, balanced to unbalanced forces. Next session, I am going to answer different questions from the booklet. So kindly, the one who did not bring the booklet, please bring it, okay? Before I end, if you have any questions, kindly raise your hands. And unfortunately, I have to mute all of you because there is a lot of noise. Okay. If you have any questions, raise your hands. Hamza, question?
Teacher, what the answer was for the
Increase the surface area.
how? Will
Let's assume that this ball, I can change its shape. Let's assume that it's made from a Play-Doh. I can make it flat and I increase the surface area. Or this ball is made up of metal. I can change the shape of it. I can cut it and change the shape of it. So it is going to be more surface area. More surface area, that means it is going to have more upthrust. Okay?
Okay.
Questions? Aya Asir. تفضلي Aya.
Teacher, I want to ask you, where could I find the recorded classes that you record?
The things the recorded classes for us that we did today,
Yes,
it's on YouTube.
I didn't find it.
Which one? Which one that you found nothing? None of our classes?
No.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna let you know. حاضر. I'm gonna tell you the answer tomorrow إن شاء الله. تمام?
Okay.
Zaina. Zaina.
Teacher, I have nothing but my hand is raised. I don't know why.
Okay. Sama, question? Okay, if you have a question, raise your hand. Other than that, please lower your hand. Okay. Lina Abu Sabbah, a question?
Yes, teacher. I want to ask, how do we float the teacher, Miss Turaya, said that when we want to float, we put air, but inside our body, my weight is more than the upper thrust.
Definitely. So whenever you flip on your back, you're going to have more surface area. More surface area, the force applied by the water is going to push you up.
So if I want to swim on the other side,
you can. But usually, can you float while you are laying on your tummy?
No.
Okay. The last question, Naya. Naya, you have a question, dear? Okay. If you have a question, I'm gonna unmute all of you because I have 1 minute left. Sama Hafiz, your question?
Miss, I said Miss بعتلك بالشات يا Miss من زمان وأنا عم بحكي يا Miss.
I'm so sorry because you were 51, so I'm so sorry. خلاص, next time I'm gonna pay more attention. حاضر حبيبي. I guess we are going to be done for today. Have a nice day.
Teacher, I have another question.
Yes, حبيبتي. Who are you?
Lean.
تفضل Lean.
طب when a boat go and it is in the middle of the ocean, and the upthrust is the gravity is more than the upthrust, what the boat will do?
You're gonna sink. You have to do some motion. For example, whenever you lay on your back and you are pushing the water down, this is the way we swim or float, you are going to have more force, which is you're pushing the water down, which is I'm going to have more upthrust, so I'm going to float. But if you can't swim and you don't know how to balance your body, unfortunately, you're going to sink.
The boat in that moment,
Boat or you?
The boat.
Now, the boat, they are made and designed in a way that they are empty from the inside and they are filled with air. Air has low density, so it's going to float. And the ships, usually, they have this streamlined shape. And they have the large surface area for the boat to float.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I am in the app?
Excuse me? Naya, I can't hear you. Okay, we are going to stop today. If you have any questions, write it down, and tomorrow we are going to answer it together. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.